It's race week this week, and today we had qualifying in Bahrain for Formula One. Let's get straight to it. Max Verstappen was on pole. Right behind him in P2 was Charles Leclerc, and in P3 was George Russell. Out in Q1, no big surprise. Both Alpines, both Saubers, and Logan Sargent were out, unfortunately for them. Interesting things to me today was that Yuki Tsunoda outqualified his teammate Daniel Ricciardo. Yuki finished in P11 and Daniel in P14. And as I mentioned earlier, George Russell, P3, he outqualified his teammate Lewis Hamilton, who finished in P9, still in the top 10. So, another very interesting thing, lots of interesting things actually for me. These cars were fast. I think that's, interesting for everybody how much faster these cars are on these one-lap speeds than they were last year. Two things. Charles actually put the fastest lap time out today, and that was during Q2, and that lap time would have set pole had it been in Q3, but unfortunately he did it in Q2. But that's very hopeful, for Ferrari and their one lap speeds. And these times that were set today, the lap times that were done in Q2 last year would have not made it into Q3 this year. So, that says something about these cars, and, everybody is getting these cars still underneath them. In fact, I thought it was interesting that Lando Norris, he said that, he made some mistakes out there in two particular turns, and it was his fault that they're not on the first row, not the car's fault. Think of where McLaren was last year at this time, and even at the end of the year. That is a huge improvement from what he's saying. So I think once Lando gets this McLaren underneath him, it's going to be very interesting what he can do with his lap time, for qualifying. The rogue driver today, which is not too surprising because we've seen him do it before, but to go ahead and see Nico Hülkenberg, finish in P10 with Haas and put himself out there was very exciting. And hopefully that he can find some, race speed and longevity tomorrow, to stay in those points. But I just have a feeling, unfortunately, they won't be able to. I think that's just about it for me today for qualifying. It was very exciting. I'm looking forward to the race tomorrow. I will go ahead and make some predictions right now, and I'm going to say Max Verstappen. He's going to win the race, and I think Sergio Perez is going to be right behind him. Sergio usually has done well here and does well usually at the beginning of the season. And then I would like to see Alonso in that third spot to finish out the podium. So, yep, Verstappen, Perez, Alonso for me. What do you think it's going to be tomorrow? Who's going to be your first three choices to win? Let me know. All right, well, everybody enjoy the race, and we'll talk to you soon.